Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kyra, and here on this channel we're all about real makeup for real life and real people. Contrary to my eye look today, I'm feeling a little low energy. So if I seem a little low energy, I'm just not feeling the greatest today. And it could be allergies, it could be any number of things. It could be the smoke in the air here in northern Colorado, but we are going to get going on the Shop My Stash video. And today is extra special because I am introducing a month-long project. I teased about this in yesterday's month in review video, so in case you missed it, I'll also link that video down in the description box. But the project is 1 month, 1 palette. This was completely inspired by Sarah Rose here on YouTube, and I've seen this concept done before, but this particular 1 month, 1 palette was inspired by Sarah Rose. She recently did a full month with the BH Cosmetics Summer and Saint-Tropez palette, and now she's in the midst of doing a 1 month, 1 palette with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nervina palette. I was very inspired by her because I just felt like somehow I was almost missing out by not trying to use one palette for the entire month. So I decided we were going to do that this month. Anyways, let's talk about the palette and the rules. So let's go ahead and talk about the rules for this project. Now, I am a project panner, so I'm not going to be taking a month off from the different eyeshadows that I'm working on panning, and I will show you those palettes here in a moment. But I did give myself the rule that I must use at least 2 shades from the palette that I chose in every single look that I create this coming month. But the only palettes that I can combine with my 1 month, 1 palette are my project pan eyeshadows, like I said. So I have 2 single shadows in this little magnetic palette right here. I've been working on these. The next palette is my ColourPop off Melrose palette. I'm trying to hit pan in Easy Breezy and also Angelino down here. I'm also working to hit pan in at least 1 shade in the C Color Cosmetics Savannah palette. I haven't officially chosen a shade in here, so we'll talk about that in a second. And then most recently, I have rolled in my ABH Nervina palette, and I would like to hit at least 1 pan in this palette as well. So I have 1 palette that I've chosen shades specifically to pan ahead of time, and then I have 2 palettes where I'm not quite sure on which shades I would like to hit pan on. I just kind of want to use it a little bit, things like that, see how she goes. So those palettes are available to me, and I can combine them with the palette. The one exception for the month in which I will not be using my 1 month, 1 palette, it's the Get Ready With Me, where I am using my capsule makeup bag that I created in August, and I can link that video down below for you as well. In that video, I did make a small custom palette of single eyeshadows, and I will probably be using these in that Get Ready With Me. Looks like this. And since my palette that I've chosen is not a part of that capsule makeup bag, I'll just be using this and whatever else is in that bag. But other than that, this is not a part of the project, just for that one day. Let's talk about the palette. It is the BH Cosmetics Avocado Toast palette. As I said, I do have this palette on my eyes today. The packaging is really frustrating and reflective, so hopefully you can see the tones that are represented in here. But let me also tell you why I chose this palette, and that is, I love green eyeshadow. Like, I think if you've been here for any amount of time, you probably realize that. But this palette also has a really nice array of neutrals to be paired as well. I think there's some beautiful fall colors in here, this beautiful rusty orange and these browns. It's just a really great palette. However, I haven't gotten as much use out of this thing as I had hoped I would when I purchased it, and not because I don't want to, because I have too much eyeshadow. So I'm really excited for this project, a little nervous admittedly. I really not only love the greens in this palette, and I love that it has neutrals to offer, but I also feel like I can see quite a few just matte looks coming from this palette as well. So wish me luck. I'm really excited about this. I'll be keeping track of how many times I use each shade. I'll be keeping track and showing you. I think we'll probably do like a wrap-up video at the end of September in which I'll share with you all of the looks, talk about my thoughts, report back to you on how many times I've used each shades. Maybe I'll hit pan, you never know. So I'm really excited to be using this palette all month, and with all of that said, let's go ahead and jump in and pick some products to complement this palette as well as my Project Pan makeup that I'm working on currently. All right, here we are in the foundation drawer. I am still working on finishing up my Dior Backstage Face and Body sample, and so I think this month I want to go with something that's a little bit lighter that I can mix with that. I have tried this number 7 Protect and Perfect a few times with it, and it is a nice combination. I also have this Lancome Tanti Doll Ultra Wear foundation that I haven't tried yet, but I don't think it's quite light enough to mix. This is actually my lighter shade of the Dior foundation, and so it needs to be lighter than this at least. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and go with this Candid foundation. I would like to get to know it a little bit better anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this. Okay, excuse the fact that you can see cords, etc. under this drawer, but I am not quite for sure what I want to roll in. I do love this Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. But I also haven't really tried this Rare Beauty primer. It's the Always an Optimist Illuminating Primer. What is this? Oh, Tatcha, the Silk. I'll try that as well. I'll take these two. I got the Rare Beauty one in a Sephora Favorites kit, and I've wanted to try this Tatcha one for a while, so let's do that. Alright, here we are with concealer. This is always one of the hardest drawers, I feel like. I do have a new one. It's the E.L.F. Flawless Brightening Concealer, so that might be an option. To pull out my Oma Beauty Stay Woke concealer in the shade Fair Lady T2. I don't have my glasses on, sorry. I just want to get more use out of this and really kind of form my permanent opinions on this by using it all month in conjunction with my Project Pan concealer. Here are my powders. And I did absorb or reabsorb my Rimmel Stay Matte into my collection. It's been sitting in a declutter box for a super long time, and so many people just love this thing, so I really want to see if I can make it work. So I'm going to pull that for a pressed powder. But I also want to pull in this little Huda Beauty baking powder. I believe this is the shade Pound Cake. Yes. Easy Bake loose setting powder. Just a little sample guy. Maybe I can use it up, but I do really just want to try it out. All right, here we are in the bronzer drawer. Now, I feel like I'm set on cream bronzers because I have one I'm almost finished with and one that I would like to start using in project pans. I think I should skip cream bronzer this month, but what can I use for a powder bronzer? One option I'm thinking is maybe the Juvia's Place bronze palette. I don't know. This is the shade Light. This is brand new to me. I've only used it a couple of times, so maybe that. But the other one I've been really dying to pull in here is my Charlotte Tilbury one. I haven't used this all summer, I don't think. So I think I'm going to go with this one and then maybe pull the Juvia's Place one in like next month, because I really want to use this one. All right, here we are in my highlight drawer. I don't want to pull anything that's too awful close to Becca Opal that I'm panning. Double Gleam. This is a newer one, which is Dulce Perla from Milani. I love this thing, but it might, well, I don't know. It might be a little light for my summer skin. Maybe, maybe not. That's an option. Just going through the same ones now. Oh, goodness. You know what? Did I have this in recently? I can't remember. Yeah, I think I will bring in Milani Dulce Perla and maybe look at another highlighter to pull in, either in a blush duo or a face palette. And I think I actually have an idea for a face palette this month, so we're going to leave the highlighter drawer right there. In fact, I've decided we're going to go into my face palette drawer next. I never did use the Huda Beauty one last month, so that one will come back at some point. So the palette that I want to pull in this month is this one from Salt New York. I've used it a little, but not a ton, and I do want to be able to give, some thoughts on this in a review sometime soon, or ranking recent purchases. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this in as my face palette. And this is a really beautiful cream highlighter, so I'll be excited to use that. All right, powder blushes. This is always the hardest drawer. What do we think? I believe I'm only panning one powder blush right now, so that's good. Alright, so this is my Juvia's Place, the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 2. I never get enough use out of this one, so I think I'm going to pull this in this month and just have this be my powder blush selection for the month. And then I'm also panning Hourglass Mood Exposure. And that will be enough powder blush to keep me busy for sure. Alright, here we are in the cream blush drawer. We have two cream blush in the Salt New York palette, and I am panning two cream blush, a neutral and then a pinky one. So I don't honestly know if it's too smart to put anything in my Shop My Stash this month. But if it was something super different that maybe I could even pair with my Project Pan blushes, that might be nice. This is new to my collection. It's the Flower Beauty Gel Crush Lip and Cheek in the shade Strawberry. I feel like that's probably too close to my pinky blush though. Also new is this Tarte Sea Breezy Cream Blush in the shade Peach Sunset. This might be an option because it is different than the things I'm panning. Another great option leaving summer and going into fall is this Nudestix Nudie All Over Face Color. This is the matte version of the shade Sunkissed. No, that's too close to Max So Natural that I'm working on, so skip that. I think I'm just gonna go with Peach Sunset this month. Okay, I realize this may or may not be the best angle for filming lippies, but we're gonna just plug on through. I would like to say, I do want to pull out this Maybelline, I forget what they call these, but they're the Shine Formula, Compulsion Shine or something like that. This looks gross. It's just bad packaging, but it's very light, and I want to try pairing that with my MAC Velvet Teddy just for a little bit of a different look, and maybe pair it with some other lipsticks. Trying to resist the urge to pull any super fall type things. Yes. Is this too close? This is MAC's Patisserie. Really beautiful shade. Not too close. So yeah, I think I'll pull that. Let's see what else we have here. This is my liquid lipstick and lip crayon slash pencil drawer here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and pull that one. But I definitely want to pull this shade called Damned very soon for the fall. What else, if anything? I think maybe I'll actually pull this. This is the Nivea Blackberry Lip Care chapsticky thing here. Just a nice light wash of a berry that might be pretty this month. So that's 4 products. Let's look at gloss. If you can't tell, my little gloss drawer is dwindling, but I still have a lot up on the wall there too. So let's go look at my wall of Fenty and Maybelline glosses. Yeah, I do want to pull in this one though. This is the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade Rosewood. It's probably the one I get the least amount of use out of, and I think I could really make this work with some of the other products I've chosen this month. So we'll take this and then we'll go check out the wall of gloss. Okay, so here we are in the wall of gloss. There's also one down here that you can't see. This is Opal, I believe. Oh, bother. What to use? You know what? No. I think I want to pull this one from Maybelline. Well then. This is the shade Heat. Yes, and it's really pretty and it's newer to my collection, so that might be a fun pop of color. And let's see. I was thinking I would also pull this one. I believe it's Crystal Focus. Yes. It's one I'm not just sure at all that I love, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that one. Do we want any Charlotte Tilbury? No, I think we're good. Oh no, actually, I'm going to pull Pillow Talk here, this little sample-y size one, with the intentions of possibly using it up soon because I have a small size, like a mini. So yeah. So that's everything for this month. Let's go pop over to the other Face Forward Kyra and wrap up this video. All right, lots of goodies chosen this month. I hope you enjoyed a little peek into my drawers as always. I really love when people do that on their channels, so I hope you guys enjoyed it here as well. What do you think of my little 1 month, 1 palette project? Let me know down below. Have you ever done such a thing where you only used 1 palette for an entire month? I'm curious. And with all of that said, thank you for hanging out with me today, low energy and all. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I don't know. You be the judge. I appreciate you guys. I hope if you did enjoy today's video, you'll consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe so that I can see you in my next video. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in that next video real soon.